So we are talking feet today. All feet. I want to talk to you about pedicures today. I want to talk to you about what you can use at home. I don't want you to go out and buy stuff. You can do that later if you wish. You can do it. It's up to you. But let's use the things that we have at home because you know exactly what's going in your recipes. I use only natural products. That's what we're going to do. You probably have this stuff lying around. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a pedicure. We're going to do a quick tutorial as well. I'm going to give you some tips here and there throughout. And let's do this. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Kamaljeet. Kamaljeet, this, I don't know where that guy came from. Anyway, he's going to want to bother me, isn't he? Okay. All right. Stay. Let's try this again, shall we? Shout out to my sister-in-law, Kamaljeet. Kamaljeet, thank you. I know you wanted to reach out to me. I was asking for ideas, and you have some heels that we're going to show. You are very brave for that. And it must run in the family because my husband's feet are probably 10 times worse. But you know how men are. That's a whole different story. Anyway, so we're going to show you feet. We're going to show you how we can love on our feet and take care of them. And she said something to me the other day because I said, it's summer. It's almost finished. We don't really need to take care of our feet. And she said, don't conceal them, maintain them. I love it. I love. And so that's what we're going to do. Okay, we still need to take care of our feet during the winter. She's absolutely right on that one. So it's still summer. We're still enjoying. I don't have as bad of a problem as she does. So we're going to still go through the pedicure thing. Because everybody can maintain, as she said, right? So let's go for it. We're going to do a little tutorial. And I'm also going to give you some tips here and there. So let's do this. Everybody, we are talking feet today. Yes, we are on my back deck here. And this is usually where I like to do my pedicures in the summer. So I'll explain why. And I'll explain later why I'm wearing shoes. Okay, I'll tell you why after. It is supposed to be a very hot one today, so hopefully it won't get too hot that we have to go inside. I do have my water. Hopefully it's not going to rain. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. So let's get on it. Let's talk feet. So the reason I use my deck is because of the different levels. I like having my feet and my legs at a different level. It's safe for my back because I have a sore back. And what it prevents me from doing is actually putting my feet all the way out on the same level, if you kind of get my gist. And then that way I have the different levels. I feel comfy. And this is how I do my pedicures in the summer. So as I said before, I always wear shoes outside. Okay? Why? This is my tip for you. And I'm not sure if you do this. You probably do. I don't go outside on the pavement, especially, without any shoes. Without any shoes. My husband does it all the time. And again, his heels are really bad. But I feel like that the pavement, every time you walk, is scratching your heels. It's just scratching. So, oh my goodness. So when the odd time, don't have shoes or anything, and I go on my tippy toes to get my shoes or whatever. It just cringes me because I know what the pavement does to you. I know it. And so I really take care of them that way. So I always wear shoes. And the other thing is, again, that along the same lines is that when you're going to the veggie garden, I don't wear flip-flops out there. All that dirt, all that stuff is getting in your toes. I know it's such a pain to go put some closed shoes on, but that's what I do. I mean, I have rubber boots that I wear in the summer because it just feels more that I'm not getting all that stuff in my feet. So when you're maintaining it, it's a lot easier to do. but don't walk on the pavement. Oh. Also, I have a really good tip for you for your overall health at the end. So these are my heels and what I'm dealing with. There's a little bit of roughness here. So let's get to it. So what you want to do is, I use a bucket, just a bucket that the boys use for car washing. I use it for my laundry. Fill it up with about maybe halfway water. Make it nice and hot, make sure it's bearable, and then it feels good. And I do double duty, so it's going to last a while. So I use a kettle. I use the boiled water whenever it gets cold. So all you want to do is keep rubbing, 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 rubbing all the time. And I'll show you about double duty, but you keep the kettle handy with you as well. So what you want to do is put into your soak is Epsom salts. Epsom salts are really, really good for crystals, that they provide exfoliations, it gets rid of dead skin, and it decreases actually the roughness and leaves it nice and soft. So I use about 1 cupful of that. And then my next ingredient, believe it or not, is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is antifungal. It helps balance the pH levels, killing off any bacteria, eliminating odor, and keeps it and removes dead skin, and helps with cracked skin as well. So you want to use about 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and give it a good nice rub with your feet, because you want to keep rubbing, rubbing, and rubbing. And then what I use is tea tree oil. This is optional. You know, I use a lot of essential oils in my home, and tea tree also has antibacterial, antifungal properties, and it makes it smell so, so delicious. And you keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. So as you're rubbing, I talked about double duty. So you take 1 foot at a time, always keeping one of your feet in. And what you want to do is cut your nails at this time, because they're nice and soft and so much easier to cut and shape. So you take 1 foot out at a time, put the other one back, and do the other one as well. Trim them, file them if you need, maybe afterwards, but they're all ready to go. Then it's time to clean your toes. Get rid of any dirt that's underneath those nails, around the nails, and you use your old toothbrush. Wash it, of course, and get your feet out one at a time, as we talked about, and you really get in under those nails, around those nails, and get rid of as much dirt as possible. At this point, you want to use your cuticle pusher to get any more dirt that the toothbrush didn't get. So you really want to get into those toenails, really, really scrape it out. I know it's kind of gross, but you got to do it. You scrape it, it makes a huge difference. When you go into the veggie garden, try not to use open-toed shoes, and this is what happens. You get all the dirt. It really, really does make a difference. And then you want to push your cuticles back at the bottom as well as on the sides. And that's going to make a huge difference in the health of your nail. Also wanted to say, my second tip is that I use this in the shower. I use this in the shower. I actually made this. I crocheted it. It takes about a half an hour to make. So simple. I believe it's made for dishes. So it's got that scratchy surface on it. And I did talk about this in a previous video. But I use this every day with my shower gel. And I really, really scrub my feet. So it's getting an exfoliation every single day. So maybe that also contributes to my healthy heels as well. The other thing is, when I don't have one, because I reuse these, so I throw them in the wash and I grab another one. So I have about a week or so. And if I'm off by a little bit and I just use my fingers with the shower gel, it's not the same. You really notice the difference. I know some people use stones, those Puma stones. I've never really used it, but just get something scratchy and use it, okay? But scrubby, scrubby, scrubby your feet. Makes a difference. So it's time to exfoliate. So take your feet out of the water, put your bucket to a side for now, and put them on the towel, and you're going to exfoliate with the ingredients from home. So what I like to use is organic honey and brown sugar. And I use this for my face, believe it or not, as well. So this, I use 1 tablespoonful of honey. My husband got it from Cuba. And then you take about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and you really, really incorporate that honey and get it to a pasty-like mixture. And you're going to slather it on your toes and your heels and the tops of your feet, which we totally forget. So, yeah, it smells really good. Use your fingers to get it on. Slather it all over, and do this for 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes. It will feel so, so good. And this will help you not to file as much. This is so much better than this. And if you notice, some of the mixture did crumble on the towel, and it was kind of messy, and that's fine. But I would next time probably put a little bit more honey into the mixture so it doesn't crumble like that. So if you feel you need to file after exfoliation, I don't, but some of you may, take your file or your buffer. I don't have that foot one. I don't know where it was. I haven't used it in a long time. And just file where it needs to be done. Don't go crazy. Just take off any dead skin that's left. And then what you want to do is rinse your feet. Get some fresh water, put it back in the bucket, give it a good nice rinse, and you should be almost ready to go. So I also want to talk about moisturizing after the shower. You moisturize your whole body usually, but your feet, you really got to get into it. A lot of people use creams, which I don't have very much luck with that. But then again, I watch what I use. Don't use Vaseline. Okay, it's made out of petroleum. Petroleum. It's made out of diesel fume. Don't use baby oil. That's mineral oil. Not good for you. Anyway, I use something like what you have in your kitchen. I use grapeseed oil. I really love the smell of that. As well as you can use olive oil or coconut oil. And then if you have, I use pure ones only. I have essential oils, which is optional, but I find it really, really helps. It is getting hot out here. I use frankincense. Is really good for skin and wrinkles and all of that. And I use carrot seed, which is great for skin. And I use a drop of rose, which is heavenly and good for skin. So those are optional, but they really, really help me. But grapeseed oil every single day after your shower. Oh, I just saw a hummingbird at my feet. They're so cute. I love hummingbirds. This is why I like to be outside. So then you want to moisturize. This is what I use. It's got lemon essential oil and all the good things that I know that are in there for me. But you can use whatever you want. Use whatever you have at home, but try to keep it as healthy as you can. And this is my secret, saran wrap. Yeah, so take out your saran wrap from the kitchen and cut out a piece, depending on how much you need for your feet. But don't be stingy with this saran wrap. Just cut a whole bunch, and then we can wrap it up as we see fit. So you're going to cut it up and leave it there. And what you're going to do is take some of your cream or whatever you're using, slather it on, especially on your heels in your area that really needs it, and moisturize your whole foot as well. And then even take some more moisturizer and just slather it on until, your saran wrap is not going to fall off, right? But so just do whatever you can. And then we're going to wrap him up. So this is what we're going to do. Then you want to take your saran wrap and you want to cover your heel for sure. Okay, that's usually the most problem area. So wrap it up as tight as you can. And let it secure. And if you find your toes need a little bit extra, also put some saran wrap on there as well. And you know how they say wear your socks to sleep after you moisturize? Same sort of thing, but we're kind of getting immediate relief because we soaked them for so long and now we're moisturizing. So do this for a good 10 minutes or so if you can, longer if you can. Wear socks if you need, and there you go. And do the other one, and then we can have soft, subtle feet. And you are ready to take your saran wrap off, and you can see you have nice soft heels. Moisturize more if you need, and you are basically ready to put your toenail polish on. So after I filmed that video, I used that new color that I had, that hot pink, sparkly. It had glitter in it. glitter is very hard to use. So I got glitter everywhere. And my feet, because I'm always outside, they are so dark. And they got the stripe because I wear striped shoes inside at home. Anyway, so the tan is, I feel like a zebra. Anyway, they're very dark. They're very dark to me. So wearing that kind of color just did not help. I've been wearing pretty well white for the whole summer. I enjoyed it. I still feel good. I wanted to buy new color, but at the end of summer, so what do I need it for? Maybe next year, right? So I went back to my whites, and I did take an after pic of my white as well in my fresh new heels. So that's a tutorial in a nutshell. So for people with bad heels, like my sister-in-law, I would say probably after the third time you will notice the difference. Not right away. Don't forget, it's not overnight, right? Not even maybe in the first week. Do it every week if you have to, and then maintain it as you see fit. Now, I do my nail polish every 2 weeks, so that I do a pedicure every 2 weeks or so. But even when you go to the salon, right, you're going like maybe once a month or something for a pedicure. I don't know. I haven't really gone to a salon in a long time for a pedicure. But maintain it. Do it every week if you have to, but you will see the difference for people with really, really hard heels and cracked heels in about the third time. So keep at it. Don't give up. Don't give up. So the last tip that I'm going to give you actually involves no shoes. No shoes at all. And it's something called earthing, or grounding as people know it. Grounding we kind of know is like, when you're kind of stressed out and you want to relax, but I like the term earthing. Earthing is a therapeutic technique that involves activities around the ground or electronically. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah. So these activities actually reconnect you to Mother Earth. It usually uses electronic charges to affect our body. So it can help with things like helps your sleep, reduces stress, reduces depression, helps you with mental emotions and anxiety, and even helps you physically as well. It can help you with fatigue. It can also help you be in a better mood. Very cool. And there's so many more benefits to this thing. So let's show you how it's done. So just basically, it just actually involves just walking. Just walking. Isn't that the coolest? Isn't that the coolest? Love earthing. Yay! Hope you enjoyed that. That was a quick little sample. But the thing is, you don't want to walk on pavement. Okay, pavement is not earth. Pavement is man-made, okay? So when you do it on the grass, that's where I usually do it because it doesn't hurt your heels, right? Do it on the sand, on the beach, but anything that has to do with Mother Earth, okay? That's my tip for you. You're not going to get the same out of the pavement or concrete or anything like that. So give it a shot and see what you think. And again, it's not going to be overnight. I think you need to do it at least for a couple of weeks to get all the benefits out of it. So, yeah, walk away. So, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and some new information that I hope you will try. And Gomajit, I hope you will try these tips and let me know how your heels work, because I'll be on it with you, girl. But I hope you learned something and you'll give it a shot, all of you. And keep beautiful, but keep healthy at the same time. And that's the way to do it. So we'll see you next time.